I'm Shadowhammer321, you are the good people of YouTube, and this is a video about guns. What, so I can't be bothered to do a fancy drawing for this one? Guns are an interesting thing because they're one of those things which only have one real purpose in mind, and it's the same purpose as wrecking balls and knives. It is death and destruction. And like most males my age, I have a kind of interest in death and destruction because, you know, I'm male. If you don't know what a gun is, then good for you. Your life must be very happy if you have never heard of a gun, but basically it's something that you point at someone, you pull the trigger, and this piece of metal called a bullet shoots out and whacks into them, and quite often kills them. It's not necessarily a nice thing, but it still happens, so let's talk about it for a bit. What interests me most about guns is the way that there's so many different types, and all these different ways that we have developed to kill people, you know, constantly trying to create a bigger gun. You know, it's sort of like evolution. You know, it used to be that whoever had the biggest teeth or the biggest claws would win the fight. Now it's whoever has the biggest gun. There are several different types of guns, and I'll give you a few examples here. You have the long gun, which basically includes things like the blunderbuss, which, by the way, blunderbuss is an awesome name for a gun. I don't care what anyone says. Also the musket and the grenade launcher and the rifle, shotgun, and of course, I love this gun, the flamethrower. Come on, who doesn't love flamethrowers? Then you have machine guns, which includes things like Gatling guns and pretty much anything automatic. But the handgun, which is basically any gun which you can fire with one hand, basically the pistols or the revolvers. Then there are autocannons, which are like cannons, only automatic. Yeah, automatic cannons, they tear shit up. Tank guns, which fairly obviously are guns on tanks. Hunting guns, any gun which is used for hunting, like a muzzleloader or an elephant gun. And finally, guns for training and entertainment, like air guns or water guns, paintball guns, or yes, Nerf guns. There's also something called a spud gun, which is a toy gun, and basically you fire pieces of potato with it. Kind of weird. Generally, someone says spud gun to me, I think Bugsy Malone. The one thing about guns I would have to say is not that good is probably the most obvious one, and that is that they're for killing people. Because of this, guns aren't really that awesome, because killing people isn't awesome. It's sucky. It's very, very sucky. Having said that, what guns aren't awesome, they are still pretty interesting. If you like this video, then you can hit the subscribe button, or you can leave a comment, or do both, or like if you want to, or you can do all three. Of course, if you have any suggestions of random topics that you'd like me to have a look at in the future, then please do leave them in the comment section. I'd love to hear stuff like that. DFTBA, guys. Shadowhammer321 signing out.